Hey guys, what is up? We are here with a quick video on the deep web or the dark web. You may have heard it in a couple of different ways, and actually they're two separate things, but we're gonna kind of go explain that a little bit later on here. I just wanted to kind of clear up some misconceptions about the whole idea of what the dark web or the deep web even is, and kind of let you guys judge for yourself, maybe, and explore a little bit on your own as well. So, quick thank you to any Patreon supporters. If you are a Patreon supporter, then awesome. I love you dearly. Thank you so much. If not, then if you would like to, go ahead and support me on Patreon. You can. There's a link in the description below. Other than that, let's get into it. Right here we have the Tor browser. Tor stands for the Onion Router, which many people know. That's fine. When a lot of people confuse, however, is the dark web and the deep web. The dark web and deep web are actually two separate ideas, or two separate things, I guess. Ideas, mostly. With the dark web, you have basically websites that can't be searched via Google, things like that. If you have a website on the dark web, or someone says their website is on the dark web, what they mean is that it isn't indexed by search engines. You can't usually find it via normal means. It's kind of like an anti-SEO. So SEO being search engine optimization, for all of those who are kind of media aware. It's basically like the opposite of that. You want to get your website on as low in the rankings, or even invisible as possible. That's the dark web. There are obviously search engines that bypass this, or that specifically index these kinds of sites, but that's what they mean. The deep web is something that's different. The deep web is something that can only be accessed by the Tor network. You don't necessarily have to use the Tor browser. It's just highly recommended if you're accessing the deep web anyway. What a lot of people don't know, or a common misconception, the most common misconception about the deep web, is that there's so much drug trafficking and weapons and yada yada that you can buy on the deep web, and everybody only goes there for illegal purposes, and that's actually just not true. I opened up a few tabs here to just kind of prove my point. Now, I've known this for a while, and I just kind of searched up some generic onion sites to view with you here. But for the most part, you'll see this kind of pattern throughout the entirety of the deep web. When you go and actually explore it, you'll find this, basically. So you'll find, obviously the search engine of choice is DuckDuckGo, and this is a privacy-oriented search engine. It's basically Google, but for privacy, which is fine. The most common theme in the deep web is privacy. And it's not really much beyond that. So it's kind of interesting. So you'll notice that, we don't follow you with ads, we don't store your personal information. This is all aimed at privacy. This is the most common theme. Obviously, Facebook has a onion site here as well. If you would like, sure, why not? You can visit the Facebook via a .onion site. I don't know what the purpose is, but you can. So that's the thing. Now, one of the things you'll notice here is the network for police monitoring. Now, this is for specifically whistleblowers, and this is what the deep web is about. The deep web is actually a place where people, whistleblowers and privacy advocates and journalists go when they want to share information, but they want to be anonymous or private when they do it. Basically, this is a place where if you're, say, in North Korea and you want to share information on what's going on in North Korea, then obviously you can't do that via a normal website. You can't do that via, just whatever channels that you want, because you'll get caught, you'll probably get tortured, and you'll likely get killed. So what you do is you visit the deep web. You visit websites that allow you to post information, to post journalism anonymously, so that way it's harder to track you, it's harder to find you. This is the exact purpose of the deep web. Now, yes, there are websites that allow you to buy guns or drugs or whatever else, and they're there, they exist, yes. However, they're not the main purpose of the deep web. In fact, that percentage of websites make up very, very, very little of the deep web. It's a super low percent. It's like 1 or 2% or something. I forget the exact number, but it's seriously low. Most of the deep web is stuff like this. Whistleblowers is stuff like this. News websites that are, again, stuff that, nation states may not like. So they track people down who report this kind of stuff and they kill them, or they torture them, or basically no one ever sees them again. And this kind of stuff gets published on the deep web because people are afraid for their own lives, and I don't blame them, and why would you? So it's stuff like this. Then you have the hidden wiki, which is basically an entire site dedicated to just, keeping yourself private and keeping yourself offline. Again, it's aimed at privacy. This isn't a, we want to sell handguns to you. This is a, we want to help you be secure and private and make sure you don't get killed. The deep web is a place for privacy advocates and for journalists and for whistleblowers to all get together and to help each other out. This is the place to do it. It's still online, it's still the internet. Everyone can view it the same as the internet. It's just more private. If you want handguns, if you want to say watch people die, you can do that on freaking Reddit. You don't have to go to the deep web to watch someone get shot. You can do it on Reddit. For God's sake. Like, people have this huge misconception, and it is partially based around fear and around companies promoting this fear in order to sell various products, but a lot of this stuff you can do on the clear web. You can do this on Reddit. You can do this on, you can make a website for this. You can make a website that sells guns. In fact, there are many websites that sell guns, legally, in fact. So it's not made of just, drugs and trying to sell them to everyone. It's just people who are trying to get information out there without being captured. It's people who are trying to help you stay private. It's people who are, blowing the whistle on activity that isn't good. And yeah, if you want to watch people die, go to Reddit. If you want to buy guns, look it up on Google. If you want to buy drugs, look it up on Google. Like, you don't have to go to the deep web for this. So that is the biggest misconception about the deep web or the dark web. They don't have to necessarily house or just be, they don't necessarily have to be this scary thing that everyone goes to for drugs. It's not just that. And in fact, a very small percentage of the deep web is that. It's mostly this. That was just a quick video on just kind of, explaining exactly what the deep web is without getting into too much detail. If you want to go ahead and explore it yourself, you're obviously more than welcome to. Go ahead and download the Tor browser and, have some fun. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If I see more of that, I will, of course, do more of this. And Patreon, of course. Gotta plug that one more time. Just one more. If you'd like to go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon to keep videos like this coming, if you'd like to see more of this, please go to my Patreon and in the description below and go ahead and just, even $1 a month helps immensely. I can at least buy a cup of coffee on $1 a month. That's fine. I'm okay with that. See you next time.